Okay, so we've loaded a bunch of crummy sniper rifles, and we just need to re-ally ourselves with one of the two. I don't really care with who. I just need to clear up some inventory space. Hook has sadly lost his legs for the time being. I had forgotten that Hook is currently wielding Murder Knower. But he will be out of commission for quite some time, I fear. Because his psychite addiction is creeping up, despite the fact that he should not be taking any psychite. Oh, that's cool. Curious. I think that there is no better way to learn those things than by doing. You know, you have to kind of like experience the way that those sorts of things develop, and then you over time build up an appreciation for them. Randy, are you still on cooldown? You are. Oh my gosh, everybody's getting inspiration. Something good must have happened. So this terror sculpture, since we don't use... I don't know if it's going to cause a detriment to have it somewhere. That's an interesting question. If it is actively detrimental to have one. Wow, we have 9 Doomsday rocket launchers? It seems like too many. But anyways, let's load this up with as many rifles as we possibly can. Since we're still sitting on a bunch, mostly sniper rifles. We're going to keep the excellent ones, and I'm going to keep the charge rifle, but all this normal and good stuff can go. And then let's look at shield belts, just because I know we've been making a lot of them. Oh yeah. Let's get rid of all the normal shield belts. There we go. Good stuff. Poor Hook. So Hook is going to be very unhappy, yeah, due to the psychite withdrawal. That's sort of to be expected. And then who still doesn't love us? The Compact. There we go. Everybody loves us. You love to see it. Well, everybody loves us except Hook. Who unfortunately is probably also going to take a hit socially here. Oh, shoot. Amboss. Are you still... Yeah, Amboss needs more psychic love. Let's have Edie, the marriage counselor, come and help out Amboss. Oh, not Bebor. Where's Flynn? There we go. So, Amboss, you love Flynn. Even though Flynn shot your mother. Bear that in mind. As a side note, curious, that's the latest of the RimWorld soap opera. Is in the last stream, Flynn ruthlessly murdered Amboss's mother, and we're trying to keep their marriage intact despite that transgression. You know, as you do. As you do. And one thing that is unclear to me. Yes, yes, I can, Mufasa. One of the... Mustafa, excuse me. One of the problems that we run into is our best crafters are often already inspired, and often inspired in ways that we can't overwrite. Like, Word of Inspiration does not overwrite things. So technically right now, we could use Word of Inspiration on Flynn. So let me grab someone who has Word of Inspiration, and I'll just use it on Flynn. And then Flynn gets Inspired Recruitment, which, you know, obviously doesn't do us much good. So that's kind of the problem, and it's why I haven't micromanaged it too terribly much, because it seems to rarely pan out exactly the way that I want it to. Flynn has been inspired many times, but we have not had much luck getting inspired crafts on Flynn, and Flynn is our best crafter. Or one of our best crafters, I should say. Bangs is up there. But it's also a relatively big psi focus drain to do those, which, you know, we can do them from time to time, but it's a bit of micro. So Hook is in the thick of it, with a 61% withdrawal. But we also have to get Hook to be a Tectuga, and then we'll give Hook some nice shiny bionic legs to reward him for his service. Let's see. A group of poor travelers is approaching for help. They are begging for 8,500 silver. They'll move on after one day. So I have gotten to the point where generally I cannot successfully transfer the silver fast enough, which is unfortunate. Someone will take care of that. We're sitting on a lot of chem fuel at the moment, which is good. Anytime we get infestation, that's great for our chem fuel supplies. But yeah, we're not gonna... Oh, let's see if anyone of this band meets our meat beacon requirements. Nope. We did have a sanguine person in Pickles, but we need someone who is psychically hypersensitive in addition to that, to turn into a happy potato. We need to do a burn on this room too. I should probably do that sooner rather than later. Let's have Kenta. So Kenta's going to come up here. Just so I don't forget, we'll forbid Kenta's rifle. Don't hold doors open. Oh, there's a... All right, we're going to need to be a little careful here. So, Sleeping, I'm still waiting for you... Or, excuse me, Curious. I'm still waiting for Sleeping to return. You're potentially still out there. I'm worried you died in a raid at some point. But yes, I have been selectively renaming characters. Certainly at the moment, Hook is the newest joinee and doesn't have much of a... Oh my gosh, why are things always exploding over here? Oh, this is not a good place to have a fire either. Let's get Amboss over here to... All right, everybody sorted that out, but that was not a place to have an explosion. But yeah, Curious, if you're interested in joining, Hook is... Let me tell you a little bit about them. So, well, they currently have no legs. And they currently have... yes, Mustafa. So we actually have one of those. It just, again, requires a lot of... Let's see. Let me find the appropriate one. So I believe it's this one here. So Mustafa, not only is it a kill focused, so free unlimited psychic power, but it also has free wielder. So any of our characters can use it. And that's part of why I keep the geese around, is so that I can slaughter geese when I need to build psychic power. Again, it's just a lot of micromanagement, especially when most of the time I end up getting an inspired recruitment that I can't even do anything with. So yeah, so curious. They currently have an addiction to Psychite, which is why they have no legs. But they are a melee specialist with a mining specialty. Oh. And just to give you a bit of their bio before we get on to the raid, they were an RimWorld urchin and then a deep space miner. They're a slow learner, but they are nimble and tough, and they definitely like hitting things. So you let me know if that sounds like you. Okay, so they're attacking immediately. They have relationships. Oh gosh, Amboss's great-grandfather is here. That's lovely. Well, they will eventually have legs again, curious. This is only a temporary delegging to help out with the fact that they have an addiction. We want to keep them immobile so that when they lose their mind from addiction, they don't revolt and kill anyone or do anything terrible. So they will have legs again, but you might want to invest while the investing is good, because this pawn has great potential to be an exceptionally good melee pawn, but it's going to take a little bit of working. Future dystopia is indeed. Let's see. Attacking immediately. We have relationships. Yeah, okay. So we're gonna our goal right now is to make sure that Cowlo is not killed by Flynn, because that would just further wreck things. Okay, Amboss, you come up here. Tony, you come up here. Bebor, you come up here. Go here. Let's get you here. And then just to space things out, let's do that. The magic of Berserk Pulse. Green, why do you have... Are you still wearing a... No, you're wearing a cataphract helmet. I'm going to jump Edie over here. Oh, does Edie not even have enough for... Yeah, we spent a bunch of our psychic power. That's unfortunate. Holy cow. They're actually coming in a little too fast. This is not a great situation for us. Yes, absolutely. You may. We're gonna have a bad time in a second here, though. Let's deploy a shield pack to be on the safe side. Shield packs for the win. They make things less messy. Okay, can we please kill these guys before the shield pack wears off? Yes, Mustafa. If you want Hook, since Curious was foolish enough to refuse, if you are interested in Hook, you let me know. What is with people doing this? This is not cool. I don't like it when... Oh, they ruined my thing, and now they're going to come through here. This is not cool. They're going to attack my animals. Okay, so we're going to try and protect our animals here, because I don't want our animals fighting. But okay, so we do that, and then we do we do this. And this should reroute all of our animals. All right, it looks like our animals survived, which is good. That was closer than I wanted it to be. But yeah, let me know, Mustafa, if you would like to be, if you are interested in potentially becoming our next melee pawn. And I would gladly oblige. Because Hook's name is not that interesting, and I am not that attached to it. And then creepy that, or if you want to hold out for the eventual potato. I think you are curious, but it is possible that you are not. Okay, so that's going to be... Oh, now hold on a second. Now I forgot. Is there any Bibor... Or did Flynn kill your grandmother? No, it doesn't look like it. Or your grandfather. Good deal. Okay. Okay, so everybody is on bears right now. I want to put Turts on that. Then this other tortoise on animals. Everybody else can stay on bears. All right, now we just have to clean things up. But yeah, it is interesting. Oh, you're just leaving? Fair enough. I don't think I'm too bothered by that. Oh, this person got up and then fell back down again. They're not having a good time. But yeah, the raid dynamics have definitely changed slightly since the more recent patch. We were pretty easily getting away with this construction before, and now it seems like the raids are coming a little too fast and furious and getting us. I'm hoping that we get the walls rebuilt pretty quickly. Okay, hold on. Buffalo Revenge. Good. No, so that was only one raid, curious. It was one raid from two directions, but one of the changes that was... Kenta, finish the door. One of the changes that was made in the recent patch is a greater diversity of the raids that are incoming, which is taking its toll. Okay, now we need bears to have access to this room again. Because we did the corpse burn. I just forgot to re-green light them. And they should quickly get on moving all the corpses now. But it was a large raid. I didn't count how many, but we have 100 corpses, so it was probably like 150 tribals coming in. But tribal raids are generally pretty manageable. Our rice supply is looking good again, which is great. I'm also very concerned with why it seems that anytime bad guys run away, they seem to really, really, really want to run away through our base, which is a bit suboptimal. But slowly, we're working our way through everything. Wow, we still have just so much weaponry that needs to be disposed of. With some things, I'm thinking, oh, and then Randy, no, you're not quite to the next conversion. 9 hours on that. Still, Mustafa, waiting to hear if you are interested in naming Hook the space miner slash melee character, who will eventually recover from their psychite with withdrawals. Okay. What would you like them named? It is your call. And I'm happy to just name it after you, if you would like to be in the colony yourself. And I will endeavor not to get you killed, but as is true of all RimWorld things, I make no guarantees. Sometimes RimWorld things happen. Just ask Curious, who happened to fall victim to a kidnapping very early in the game. Oh, this is a mutually assured destruction. These two went after one another, and the rest is history. Okay, but the world is looking clean and orderly. Oh, we have a lot of projects going on. Oh, and a solar flare. How lovely. So all of our electronic devices are temporarily out of commission. That's okay. Ooh. Lots of dead animals just floating around on the map. Looks like this timber wolf was probably doing some hunting and bit off more than it could chew. On a go frenzy for Valentin. Bodes well for the pruning of our Guarlin tree as the lights turn back on to the colony. Well, that points out that there seems to be a dark spot right here. So I'm going to add a couple more lights there to kind of... Lovely. This is basically the only mod that I am using. I love wall lights. Although, more accurately, I hate the absence of wall lights. Musto, you got it. Welcome to the colony, Musto. You've seen better days, but I have every confidence that you will see better days in the future. Once this withdrawal completes, and you convert over to the one true RimWorld ideology, which is none other than Tektugaism. Now this bow needs to be... Oh no, Benji. Your time is done already. Bye, Benji. What did we get for Benji? Neuro Farmer. We will also be making you a Psycaster for sure. So get ready for that. We'll probably start sinking a lot of our quest resources into developing favor. Yeah, almost 100 human corpses after the burn is quite a bit. Now these anti-grain warheads, I'm still very nervous about them, but we clearly have to find a better place to store them. That seems hard to do. I'd almost have to do some testing to see how devastating they are if they're buried underground. But, I always get nervous. You leave you leave anti-grain warheads laying around, and you're gonna have a very bad time. That's my experience in a nutshell. We might be able to bury them like right here, but I'd need to check to see if they can be shelled by anything adjacent. I also don't want an infestation. Now, one thing I was wondering is, so the offspring of Turts has fertilized Tortoise 1. We also need a name for Tortoise 1, I should say. But Tortoise 1 is going to lay the first eggs, which will be Turts' progeny. That were foretold in the Book of Tuga. The coming of Turts' spawn, for lack of a better descriptor. But yeah, at the moment, Musto is not a happy camper, but can't have a mental break due to a lack of legs. Oh, an emergency landing quest. Those are always fun. An excellent Persona Mono sword with fast mover on it is pretty tempting. A legendary prestige cataphract. There's some good ones on this. So the thing about emergency landings is we have a fairly large space for an emergency landing to take place. Like, it can land here, it can land here, it can land here, it can land here, it can land here. And if it lands or down here or down here, and if it lands in any of these places, we have a really easy time because of our kill box. Now, Dorian as a fast mover. I do like fast mover. That is a favorite of mine. But I think, so Musto is you're currently wielding, where's my gear? Currently wielding Murder Knower, which is just free wielder. An excellent Persona hammer. And I don't know that I would switch it up with anything else. We do have a Psychic Sensitizer free wielder as well, and a second kill focus. I like Persona Mono swords, though. And right now, we have a lot of EMP mallets. Ambas, Tony, and Musto. And then Bibor is the only one who is rocking Painless and Kind Thoughts. But maybe we just take the honor. Yeah, let's take the honor. Musto, congratulations. You're getting... Oh, why aren't you on this list? That's weird. Is it because you don't have legs? Can someone without legs not take it? Okay, we'll do Morrison for the time being. We'll come back around to that, but let's see where the emergency landing lands. See, this is what we love. We love this because when the baddies come, they're gonna have to come through here, and we will we'll be waiting for them. And we'll probably... once it gets down to about 4 hours, we're going to allocate ourselves. There it is. Oh, there's the raid also. So in my experience, these folks have never been so smart. Now, I see a lot of big weapons, but we're going to be a lot smarter about utilizing those. Utilizing Berserk to prevent anything bad from happening. Last time we were a little sloppy, but never again. Okay, so I'm going to take this slow, and the second this guy gets in range, we're just going to hit him with a stun, which is going to prevent them from doing anything terrible. I don't really want the Doomsdays to go off. So we're going to take this very slowly. Okay. So now we're getting to the part where I get a little nervous because I see a lot of Doomsday rocket launchers in the mix. Oh, and did I put Edie over here who... Okay, let's do that. And now, again, as soon as this one comes around the corner, yep, we do that. Yeah, see, I hate it when that happens. Okay, can someone... I'm having a hard time seeing if there's any... There's a triple rocket launcher. Let's get you into melee range. Okay. Oh. Here's another one. We need... This one is getting ready to fire, so we need to stop that. Can you get a skip off? No. Okay. Good enough. Okay, that was pretty clean. But we did lose a lot of wall. I appreciate that, Mustafa. By the way, when I talk to you in chat, would you also like to be known as Musto? Just let me know. I'm always happy and always excited to have you here, so my pleasure to refer to you however fits well. All right, let's see. And then we have Dane, Undergrounder, Nimble, Sickly, Pyromaniac, Fast Walker, Sickly, and Trigger Happy, Optimist, Lazy. All right, so yeah, so bears are going to come clean up this whole mess. We will deconstruct this, put this in the work zone, haul that. But yeah, that's a nice easy quest win. Shuttle lands. I want to know what was your deal before you go. Bloodlust, Cannibal, Lazy. Posos seems like my kind of guy. Everybody in. Come on. There we go. So Morrison hits Baron. Very nice. And there we go. Sorry, a few things going on the other screen here. Rescue shuttle. So Baron, is that the level we want you to go to? I forget. Let's look at someone else. No, we want to go to Praetor. Oh, did we overshoot with Morrison? Morrison, where's your bedroom? You probably have one of the crappy bedrooms, don't you? Relatively so. Oh, cool. Very nice to know, Musto. Okay, let's get this cleanup going a little faster. I really need a better way to get rid of all these recurve bows. I should probably just create a dumping zone for them. That's a trick. Any type of water like this will hasten the decomposition of things. I could also just make a crematorium, though. Maybe that's the play. Come on, Valentin. Thank you. Yeah, I should just make a crematorium. We're far enough in this game that we can build one here and use it to dispose of all the bows and pilas that we don't need. Let's also get this rebuilt, please. I'd like my walls back, please. Now, is this fully... This is fully loaded, so let's get some Molotovs in here. And let's light this sucker on fire. Hold open. Do that. Pick up your rifle again, please, Valentin, and this will burn. And then we won't have to worry about any of them. Dane, we decided was nothing useful. Yeah, no. We do not care for Dane. Now, Musto, let's check on you, make sure all is well. Your withdrawal is almost complete, which is great news. You still believe in the Awoken theory, so we need to rid you of that. Yeah, curious. I don't know if you're hanging around, but what I should really do when I can find the time is do a bit of tweaking of my save file and reintroduce you as like a quest reward or something like that. That would be fun. Randy's almost to the next conversion threshold, which is great. This can be unforbidden. Yeah, I'm gonna have to do a bit of research to figure out if indeed I can do that easily. I've done some saves and editing in the past, and what we could do is we could just take the next rescue quest, grab them, and then I could go back to one of my old saves, because I still have all my saves, and find the exact stats of your character the first time and reintroduce you. That might be the play. But I should also just go back in this save and check to see if you're still hanging out. Dane is just... Are you just not going to die? Okay, death in 3 hours. You also have the plague. So, bad day for Dane. I'm going to include this in our work area. Oh, there goes Dane. Dane expired just after that. And we're going to add a bit of a roof area over this, just so that the rain doesn't bother anyone. And we want to build a nice armchair. We'll do Devil Strand right there. And then we'll set up some bills that are just for clearing bows and pilas. Bows, longbows, and pilas. All right, Randy, are you ready? You ready to convert again? 93%, getting close. They really need a way to set up a pawn to... So curious, there are mods that enable that. I would be approaching it from the much more rudimentary perspective of you can just go in and edit the XML of a save file. So let's see, burn weapon, do forever. I'm gonna do bows. Great bow, recurve bow, short bow, pilas. There we go, do forever, and then ingredient range, we're just going to shrink it down so it's kind of like that. So let's check that. Yeah, that's going to get most everything. There we go. And anyone who wants to can take care of it. Yeah, so it'll be a bit labor intensive, but I have definitely experimented around with it a little bit and had some good luck doing some minor edits. Like for instance, when I had to bring Valentin back for that story segment, I used a little bit of save editing to freshen up to freshen up his body. But there we go. So we're slowly going to start working our way through all the bows that are laying around, which I think will be a nice thing. I'm really tempted to put floors in here, and I think I will. It's the worst floor that we can possibly come up with. What is that? I think it's probably just concrete. I'm going to do this because I want the rain to remove the blood from this space. And for a long time, I've just kind of ignored that, but I think it's time to, it's time for us to clean up our act a bit. And this will allow us to remove the roof, which in turn will allow the rain to wash away the sadness. These are pilas, so they will eventually get taken care of. We should probably concrete over, like, all of the floor in here. But I don't know how that will affect drop raids and the like.